Good morning, Little Bears. I'm Kaylee Wilson. I'm a catcher for the Houston County softball team. And I just want to say good morning to y'all and tell y'all always to be sweet and kind and to behave for your teachers coming up on the break. I'm going to be reading a book to y'all called The Longest Christmas List Ever. On Christmas morning, not so long ago, on a house on a hill covered in snow, asleep in his bed, a little boy, Trevor, who dreamed it would be the best Christmas ever. His parents were snoring at 5:45 when Trevor crashed into their bed with a dive. "Wake up! Wake up! Y'all gotta come see all the presents stocked under the tree." He ran out of bed and bounced down the stairs. There wasn't a doubt that Saint Nick had been there. A scooter, a game box, 2 trucks that collided. He tore open the gifts and tossed them aside. Then suddenly it hit him. There was one thing he'd missed. A fluffy brown puppy was not on my list. Trevor knew what to do and didn't postpone it. "I'll start next year's Christmas list this very moment." He snatched up a notepad and a pen and a seat and started his list at the top of his sheet. At first he thought small, like a lizard, in Trolls. But quickly his list spiraled out of control. A remote control plane with a camera inside, an invisible robot that was easy to hide. Binocular glasses with night vision mode, a rip-roaring go-kart to tear down the roads, suction cup shoes to walk on the ceiling, a nuclear jetpack. Now that sounds appealing. Trevor kept writing day in and day out. His pad filled up boxes, now the boxes scattered about. They spilled out of his room and into the hall. They stacked down the stairwell and climbed up the wall. By spring, Trevor's list had reached 500 feet. By summer, it had made it all the way to Main Street. By fall, it was 2 blocks beyond the bookstore, and by winter, it had reached the post office door. Trevor stepped up to the counter and sighed. "I must mail my list," he said, with great pride. But the mailman took a hoot and a holler. To send that list, it would cost $6 trillion. Trevor then emptied his little coin box, a nickel, 2 dimes, and 3 dirty rocks. One bit of advice, if you just got a quarter, go back to your list and make it much shorter. Trevor was sickened and panicked in fear. There wasn't much time. Santa's deadline was near. He worked all day and night without breaks to eat and tried to squeeze everything onto one sheet. But by the time it was short, his letter tremendous, he missed Santa's deadline and felt pain horrendous. On Christmas Eve, Trevor laid in bed, joyless, and he knew in the morning he would be toyless. What was I thinking? Where was my head? I asked for too much. Now I'll get nothing instead. In the morning, he trudged downstairs without glee, certain that there would be nothing under the tree. But Mom and Dad must have sent Santa's letter, 'cause a puppy appeared and bounced little Trevor. They rolled on the floor, took turns giving chase. Trevor squealed in delight at the licks on his face. His prior mistake was now perfectly clear. It takes love, not toys, to bring Christmas cheer.